Preparing primary English teachers in Hong Kong, focusing on language assessment literacy. Language assessment literacy has become a central issue in the area of language assessment and testing in the past decade. LAL encompasses language-related aspects and involves the unique complexities of assessing skills, knowledge, and communicative competence. It stresses the essential knowledge base that teachers need to conduct effective assessments. Furthermore, teachers' assessment needs vary across career stages. Pre-service teachers tend to request comprehensive assessment training courses, focusing on practical techniques. In contrast, in-service teachers' concerns tend to be more specific and concrete, reflecting their professional needs and priorities. Therefore, determining the precise scope of LAL and establishing a consensus on its core knowledge remain ongoing endeavors that have yet to reach definitive conclusions. Besides, there is a notable lack of studies focusing on pre-service teachers and in-service teachers working at the primary level. In light of the above research gap, Dr. Chin Xia and Ms. Xian Tan investigated both pre-service and in-service teachers teaching at the primary level in Hong Kong through a qualitative phase of interviews with in-service teachers and a quantitative phase using a questionnaire with pre-service teachers. They aim to identify an appropriate set of LAL components and a suitable LAL profile for pre-service English language teachers in the unique socio-educational context of Hong Kong. The study addressed two questions. 1. From the in-service teacher's perspective, what is the necessary knowledge base for novice teachers to fulfill their assessment-related duties? 2. To what extent do pre-service teachers perceive themselves to be ready for the upcoming assessment responsibilities in schools? 11 in-service teachers from 11 primary schools participated in the individual interviews. They brought up 4 areas of necessary assessment practices and skills, from assessment design to communication of assessment results to students and parents. Regarding assessment design, the majority indicated an increasing need to adopt a variety of formal and informal assessment methods such as tests, dictation exercises, classroom observation, homework, and even drama performance. In terms of marking, all in-service teachers reported that they were expected to use the existing marking schemes established by their school's subject panel in assessing students' writing. In-service also reported that setting test papers at the right levels of difficulty and designing assessments for specific language skills were especially challenging as they required sufficient tacit knowledge about students' abilities and a solid grasp of textbook and curriculum targets. Therefore, novice teachers and teachers new to a school tended to struggle to strike a balance. One of the issues concerned both practicing and novice teachers was communicating assessment results to parents and students. Teachers needed to explain not only the assessment results, but also the decisions made based on the results. In addition, in-service teachers were less enthusiastic about assessment theory and concepts, such as formative assessment skills. Some teachers noted that novice teachers often lacked an understanding of the purposes of assessment and struggled to align assessment strategies with specific goals. Based on the quantitative data, pre-service teacher participants reported moderate levels of confidence in the assessment practices and skills that were perceived to be important by practicing teachers. They were most confident with their generic assessment design skills and their competence in using existing assessment instruments and providing feedback to students and parents, but less confident in their skills to design assessment tasks and rubrics for assessing specific language skills, and the least confident in interpreting test scores. For example, formative assessment techniques, such as using questionnaires, received much lower ratings. Nearly half of the participants estimated that they only had nominal literacy. Two major disagreements emerged when comparing the perceptions of practicing teachers and pre-service teachers. Firstly, the practicing teachers considered interpreting and following marking schemes for assessing students' speaking and writing skills to be potential weaknesses of the novice. However, the would-be teachers generally considered themselves competent in this regard. Secondly, student teachers disagreed with practicing teachers regarding their ability to accommodate contextual factors and design context-appropriate assessment tasks. They demonstrated perhaps unrealistic optimism and confidence that they could fit in with little difficulty. However, the junior teachers whom the researchers interviewed confirmed having encountered much difficulty with their assessment duties in their first 2 years. The disagreements between the two teacher groups indicate the evolving nature of teachers' LAL at different stages of their careers. Relating to the breadth and the core content of an LAL course, the researchers found that the technical knowledge and skills of test design and analysis were still regarded as the most useful skills to be acquired. However, student teachers did not consider themselves adequately prepared in this regard. Both groups agreed on the importance of designing and conducting formative assessment. Correspondingly, pre-service teacher training needs to grant dual priorities to both traditional testing and innovative FA techniques. Moreover, a more realistic LAL profile should be specified for pre-service teacher training. Researchers suggest that the areas that require extensive practice and experience could be lowered by one level for pre-service and novice teachers.